What's going on, beautiful souls? I hope you're having a great day today. If you haven't met me before, you've never been on this channel, my name's Brent or Brent Michael. I am a 25-year-old musician, artist, singer, producer, philosopher, and a mystic. I had a spiritual awakening several years ago, and it helped me find myself and align with my path. I'm currently working on it. It's a journey. My first video was about my story, but my second one here, this is going to be about meditation. When I started meditating back in 2022, it seriously changed my life. It allowed me to combat mental health issues, which I had dealt with my entire life. It allowed me to take control of my mind. It allowed me to find peace. It allowed me to wane off of substance abuse. It really did change my life. And there's so many other things as I started meditating longer. And for so many years, I would have spiritual experiences, and I would have beautiful visions. I mean, it's a lot, but I wanted to sort of break down the basics of meditation and why I recommend it. Let me explain the two different types of meditation for you. So, the one you guys have probably heard of is called passive meditation, and this is going to be stillness. The other one is active meditation. And these are the two categories I would put different meditations into. Passive meditation is what you should practice first. I will go ahead and tell you that. Active meditation is very powerful and effective if you understand different techniques that you can apply. But passive meditation is the foundation, and it's really what you want to go for. So with passive meditation, what you do is you lie down, or you sit, with your legs crossed, or you sit in a chair. I mean, if you're good enough, you might even be able to do it standing up. But for starters, you probably want to sit down, cross your legs, put your hands where they're comfortable. Could be on your knees, could just let them dangle at your side. Close your eyes. And I always start off my meditations with 3 deep breaths. It helps regulate the nervous system. My friend that I met, she's a sound healer. Her name's Danielle, and she always does that during her sound bath meditations. And I was like, this is such an effective method. And I started applying it in my meditations, and I was like, wow, this is really it. So definitely take 3 deep breaths like this. It calms the nervous system. It resets the mind. If you're having any strong emotions, I used to suffer from anger issues, and I actually did that method a lot when I would have flare-ups of anger. And it helped me control my anger and reset my nervous system whenever I would experience that. And it's effective for that. It's good for any emotion. It's good when you're in a difficult situation. For any of my fellow musicians, if you have a big performance, you're about to go up on the stage and play a huge solo for 10,000 people, best thing you could do is take 3 deep breaths like that. It will reset and regulate your nervous system, and it's tremendously beneficial. But for meditation, after you do that, what you do is you keep your eyes closed and you focus on the breath. You do deep in, hold, deep out, slowly. And you cycle it constantly. Focus on the breath. The breath is your point of focus. It will bring you into the present moment, and it will shut out the thoughts which are coming to you. Now, I will say this. No matter how good you are, there are going to be thoughts that come up. A lot of people, probably for most beginners, it will happen within 10 seconds, 15 seconds. You will receive an idea or a thought, and your mind will start to wander. Don't get frustrated. You need to observe the thought, accept it for what it is, understand that it's not your thought, right? Thoughts and ideas, we receive them. They don't necessarily generate in our own mind. Once you realize that, you can detach from it. You can become the observer of the thought. And what you do is you let it go and then return to the breath. And you do that repeatedly, and it trains your mind. It strengthens your muscles in your mind and allows you to focus better. And once you do that, eventually you'll get to a point where barely any, if any at all, thoughts are coming through. And that is what I call level 2 meditation. It's when you're in the deep meditation to the point where you can access your subconscious. And at this point, you can switch to an active meditation if you're more advanced or if you feel comfortable. Or what I like to do is I like to say a prayer. I like to pray at this point, and whatever God you worship, whether it's Allah or Jesus, all the different versions of God. It doesn't matter. God is God. But whoever, or the source of the universe, that's what I believe. I believe that we all come from the original source God, which that's in line with Christianity. Long story. I'll skip that for now. But passive meditation. Focus, breath focus, stillness, quiet the mind. Those are the goals. I'm left-handed, so my writing isn't the best. I'm a musician, not an artist. Cut me some slack. So those are going to be the main points for passive meditation. And when you get very good at passive meditation, you can start with active meditation. Now, this has such a broad number of possibilities of methods and techniques and things you can do. But my favorite ones are visualization. I'm a Life Path 11. I have 4 11s in my numerology chart. So this is a superpower of mine. I'm very good at it. This is how you reprogram your subconscious mind. Visualizations, affirmations. If you like to do prayers are very effective at this point. / spells if you're into that. I mean, it's basically the same thing. Just depends on your intention. Yeah, I mean, I just pray to God for everything. I don't really, do that, but, to each their own. I don't judge. Yeah, those are going to be your main points for passive and active meditation. I'd recommend starting, when you start with passive meditation and only do 5 minutes. If you can't even do 5 minutes, a lot of people can't, especially with social media nowadays. Start with 3 minutes. Once you're comfortable with that, go to 5. Then you can go to 8, and then 10, 15, 20. Some people even do it for an hour. I've done it for an hour, but most of the time my sessions are about 15 minutes, I'd say on average. Sometimes I'll do a good 30-minute to 45-minute session. I only really do an hour if I'm doing some really deep work. If I've got some really messy things to go through, right? Like I got to clear my mind, and I got to pray to God, and I got to sit in deep meditation to receive ideas. It can get time consuming, but it's worth it. It's always very much worth it. This is something that seriously changed my life, and I'll be making more videos on this in the future. Give me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions. I will definitely answer any questions in another video if you have any. And I will be definitely making more videos on meditation. It's one of my favorite things in the world. If you want to know more about my experience and my journey with it, including to the level 3, where you start having the colors and the geometric shapes, that's level 3 meditation. That's after the deeper level 2. But I didn't receive that for 2 years. It took me 2 years to be able to reach that level. Sober. But seriously, I hope you guys have a great day, and stay blessed.